Hey there, Rohan V18. Welcome back, and welcome back everyone else. My name is Brandon Lane, and this is Let's Learn DC20. You know the deal at this point, but if you are new here and want to learn more about DC20, you can find the Let's Learn DC20 playlist here. Today, we're gonna go through martial techniques.
Technique!
So, what are techniques? They're similar to maneuvers we covered last time, but techniques are a step above, more powerful abilities. To those familiar with D&D, you can think of maneuvers as cantrips and technique as leveled spells. Martial and hybrid characters learn techniques at certain levels based on their character table. Starting in alpha version 0.6, this will typically be at even leveled numbers. Even numbered levels. For now, there's only one list of techniques, but there is a possibility that each martial and hybrid class will have their own list of what techniques they have access to. But for right now, they can pick anything from the list. Some rules to know: techniques that make an attack check still apply the multiple check penalty, and if your technique makes an attack check against just one target, you can spend more action points to add attack maneuvers on top of it. And techniques can be enhanced by spending additional AP and SP. These enhancements add extra effects to your techniques. When you use a technique, you need to declare how much AP and SP you're spending before you use it. Basically, you enhance your technique before you make them. Now, let's look at the list of techniques available in the alpha. First, we have Forbearance. When a creature you see within one space is targeted by an attacker spell check targeting physical defense, you can become the new target of the check and choose to switch places with the original target. If the original target had to make a save as well, you would have to make it instead. The enhancements for this technique are Steadfast Forbearance. If multiple creatures within one space of you are targeted by the same check, you can try to protect them as well. You become the new target and take the collective damage of all protected creatures. This would be good for someone with a high defense or someone with lots of resistance or damage reduction. Immense Defense. You gain resistance to all damage taken as a result of this technique. Next, we have Heroic Bash. I really like this one. Use a melee weapon or unarmed strike. You can attempt to send an enemy flying through the air. Make an attack check against the physical defense of a target within one space, and they make a physical save. If the attack hits, you deal your weapon's damage, and if they fail the save, they're knocked back 3 spaces, plus 1 for every 5 that failed its save. You could choose to send a target flying upwards, but they'll only travel half of the total distance instead. You can also choose to knock a target prone at the cost of 1 space of knockback.
Hammer down!
The enhancements for this technique are Extended Knockback. Increase the knockback distance by 3 spaces and deal 1 more damage. Painful Knockback. Increase your damage by 2. And lastly, Bash and Smash. Instead of targeting one creature, you can target all creatures within one space. Now, let's take a look at Heroic Leap. This technique lets you gain up to your speed and increases your jump distance by 1 for your next long or high jump, letting you leap into the air and making an attack check against the target's physical defense within 1 space of where you land. It lets them make a physical save against falling prone as well. You can enhance this technique with Brutal Leap. Any fall damage you would take from the result of using this leap is transferred to the target instead.
What the fuck?
Heroic Slam. Your attack check is compared to the physical defense of all creatures within 1 space of where you land. Heroic Parry. When you or a creature within 1 space is targeted by an attacker spell check targeting physical defense, as a reaction, you can give that target +5 to its physical defense until its next turn. You can enhance this with Heroic Disengage. This lets the target also disengage and move up to half of its movement speed after the attack. Next up, Heroic Taunt. Attempt to taunt all enemies within 5 spaces. Compare your attack check to their mental save, and on a success, the enemy is taunted. You can pump it up to a legendary taunt, and have all taunted enemies deal half damage to everyone but you. This would combo very nicely if you have another party member with Forbearance. Moving on, we have Slip Away.
Good evening.
When a creature misses you with an attack, as a reaction, you can take the full dodge action and move up to your speed. Enhancing this with diving attack lets you make an attack check against a creature within one space as part of your dodge. Now, we have Sunder Armor. Make an attack check against a creature with damage reduction. You can deal extra damage equal to the target's physical damage reduction, and this also ignores damage reduction. This technique has some powerful enhancements. With Armor Shred, you can increase the damage even further by an amount equal to the damage reduction, and Broken Armor. You can lower the PD of a target by 2 for the rest of combat. A creature can only be affected by 1 instance of Broken Armor per combat. Tumble Dive. If you're the target of an attack or spell check that targets physical defense, you can move up to your speed and attempt to avoid the attack if you end outside of the attack's range, or behind full cover from that attack. You are not immune to opportunity attacks when you tumble and dive. You can enhance this into a heroic dive, letting you bring one willing creature along with you. They move the same number of spaces and need to end their turn within 1 space of you. Next, we have Volley. Using a ranged weapon, you can unleash a volley of projectiles.
You promised you'd slay me in a hail of arrows.
Projectiles.
Come again?
I said I'd kill you with projectiles.
Yeah!
Choose a point within range, making 1 attack check against the physical defense of all creatures of your choice within 1 space of that chosen point. On hit, deal 2 piercing damage. Because this attack hits multiple creatures, it can benefit from heavy hits and onwards, but other means of adding additional damage, such as maneuvers, will require you to only pick 1 target to apply it to. You can enhance this technique with the following. Impairing Volley. Force each creature to make a physical save. On failure, they are impaired until the end of your next turn. Blanket of Arrows. Increase the area to 3 spaces from your chosen point. Line of Arrows. Target any creature between you and the chosen point. Last, we have Whirlwind. Make a single attack check with a melee or unarmed strike against the PD of all creatures of your choice within 1 space of you. On hit, you deal your weapon's damage. And like Volley, because this attack targets multiple creatures, it has the same rules for additional damage. You can enhance your Whirlwind with these enhancements. Blood Whirl. You can cause each creature in range to make a physical save. If they fail, they begin bleeding. Wide Swing. Increase the range of your Whirlwind by 1 space. And Throwing Finisher. You can throw the weapon at a target within 5 spaces after you finish your Whirlwind, using the same attack check. The weapon lands within 1 space of that target. And that's it for techniques that we have available in the DC20 Alpha so far. There will likely be many more in the beta and full releases. I think maneuvers and techniques are really cool additions, as it helps bridge the gap between martial and caster classes like in other systems. If you have been enjoying these videos and want to get your hands on the DC20 Alpha for yourself, you can get a copy of the PDF for yourself with my affiliate link at the top of the description. You'll get access to the current and all future versions of the Alpha. I do get a small kickback of sales, and that can really help the channel. What was your favorite technique showcased in this video? Or tell me in the comments below, what technique would you like to see added into DC20? Oh, and heroic bash that subscribe and bell button to stay up to date. Next time, we'll be taking a look at spellcasting. Thank you for watching, take it sleazy, and consume more content.
Hey, this was delivered to my building by mistake. I think it's yours.
Oh, hey. Thanks so much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I think I know what this is. Oh my. Oh, my. Look at that. Oh, thank you. Thank you so very, very much.
Yeah, no problem. Take it easy.
I'll do you one better. I'll say this to you, my friend, with all the love in my heart and all the wisdom of the universe.
Consume. Bye.